They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the
Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Cut! 380! 50 seconds, Mike. It's our time. It's our time. Got it!
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Aaron Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
No. Hey, alert! General West!
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On second down now. It's Jones, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. 180! Right there, 54 Mike. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Check, check. Flash down, flash down, flash down. Alert flare.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
6 man. 12. Tighten up.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. They find some open field here. That one good for 33 in the first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Alert. He's coming. We got double up. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover. Mark that. Check nickel. Right.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Share. 36 power. Good up for signal. Echo. Shoot. Roll. Rest. Let's go double count right here. Double count. All right.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. One. Now Wilson. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Jones, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Get on the foot right here.
Second and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Watch the 6-3. 6-3.
Alert, 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 alert.
On second and 11 now. Wilson And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm going to come back to you.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact. Going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Jones trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom.
Here we go.
Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
54.
Throwing his Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You go tight.
White.
49. Check 49.
Jones hit in the ball zone, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Set the tone, defense. Preload. Let's go.
Throwing is Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll field this at the 5. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my friend.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Lock. Let's go, heavy. Everyone else you got.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
21. Check 3. 6. Pull it high. 12, Tyler. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. He completes it to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The open man is Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the screen.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Here's Wilson. He sets up the screen to Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Check 31, check 31.
Hey, gun.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
1, Omaha.
Pass. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Keep playing hard.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Here we go.
54. Go. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 27, Garoppolo hits his target. The tight end will tie. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo steps away to it. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's first and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long. Third and long. It's Wilson. He's got room to run past the 20. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
57. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Under 10. Under 10.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
In your face.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come off the ball.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
13 yards there and a Niner first. On first down, Woodson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Garoppolo now. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
They'll go again to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Play.
Wilson wants to throw it. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Seahawks, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off.